He's a solid fighter. It's gonna be great come March the first. All that. And I seen what you said, talking about if you knock me out, you gonna do this. All right now. I seen it. I seen it. Better be ready, fam.
I don't want to lose. I hate losing. I know Tank hate losing. Lamont damn sure don't want to lose, so it's gonna make for a good fight, man.
Because I'm gonna bring it, for sure. It is gonna be either Fight of the Year candidate or I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
GervontaDavis has fired back at Lamont Roach Jr.'s claim that he would knock him out in their upcoming clash on March 1st. Teofimo Lopez shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr., explaining that they have known each other for a long time, having grown up near each other in Washington, D.C. They fought in the amateurs and likely sparred together, giving them a deep understanding of each other's styles. Lopez.
Yep. History, you gotta love it. What do you think about Tank versus, obviously?
Oh, Roach?
Yeah, Roach.
Well, they've known each other for so long now. You know, they grew up nearby in DC, and I think overall, I think it's gonna be a good fight for as long as Tank wants it.
Lopez also pointed out that Lamont Roach is moving up in weight to 135 lbs for this fight, which makes him believe Tank will have the advantage. He thinks that Tank, who has more experience in this weight class, should be able to finish the fight quickly.
I think he will. But I think Roach, they know each other very well. They know what type of styles they like to put on. I mean, they used to fight a lot in the amateurs, probably sparred too. So, I think that it'll just go to show. But remember, everybody got to realize, Lamont Roach is going up to 135. He's going up a weight class.
Right.
And I think that's what makes me think that Tank should wipe.
Regis Prograis shared his thoughts on a potential Tank Davis fight, expressing that he believes Tank's control of distance could play a significant role. Prograis suggested that Tank might keep his opponent at a distance, similar to how he fought against Pitbull Cruz, which could lead to a controversial decision. He mentioned the possibility of the fight being close and raising questions about the outcome, much like what happened in Tank's fight with Cruz.
I feel a distance. I feel Tank distance. Yeah, I feel Tank, but distance in a controversial fight. How about that? Ooh. Tank distance and people in a controversial, something like kind of like how Pitbull was.
Paul Bernstein shared his thoughts on Lamont Roach's upcoming fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, stating that while Roach is a good fighter, he doesn't believe Roach will be competitive against Davis. He pointed out that Roach is moving up in weight, and despite having won a title at a lower weight, nothing in his past indicates he can beat Davis. Bernstein emphasized that this isn't a knock on Roach, who had a solid career and was a good prospect.
Roach is coming up in weight. He came up in weight doing that. I don't see him. He's a good fighter, but I don't see. He's nothing in his past tells me he's going to beat GervontaDavis or even be competitive with him. And I'm not. It's not a denigration of Lamont Roach. He's a good fighter. He won a title at a lower weight. And that was a surprise to some people that he did get, even though he was a good prospect. So it's just hard to imagine him beating Davis.
Moreover, Lamont Roach Jr. expressed his focused mindset ahead of his fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, stating that he always aims to prove he's the best. He highlighted the significance of defeating Tank, a pay-per-view superstar and knockout artist, knowing it would greatly boost his own career. Roach emphasized that a win would raise his stock and make people
it's tunnel, no matter who on the other side of the ring. I always want to prove that I'm the best. Obviously, it's more intense. You got to think of the upside. He's supposed to be one of the faces of boxing. He is a pay-per-view superstar. He is a knockout artist. He got all this upside. Imagine when I win.
Yeah. That's that shit talk I need to hear.
Now, you hear me? Now my stock is here, and they're gonna be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So that's for me. That's gonna end.
Bozy Ennis shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr., calling it a good matchup. While he acknowledged that it would be an exciting fight, Ennis leaned toward Tank as the winner. He believes Tank's...
I think it'd be a good fight, man. Him and Tank. I think it'd be a real good fight, man. You know what I mean? I think I would have to go with Tank, though. I would have to go with Tank. You know what I mean? But I think it'd be a good fight. You know what I mean?
Coach Bullitt expressed confidence in Gervonta "Tank" Davis, stating that no one can beat him unless they bring something to truly challenge him. He emphasized Tank's high experience level and ring IQ, noting that no fighter has been able to make him panic or feel threatened. Regarding the upcoming fight with Lamont Roach, Bullitt acknowledged that while Tank could hurt Roach badly if he fights seriously, sometimes great fighters struggle to get motivated for certain matchups. He mentioned that Roach talking...
Tank is a very experienced, high IQ. You know, the only person that could have beat Tank was Rolly. I keep telling people that. Nobody's going to beat him because they don't bring nothing to the table to make him scared, to puzzle him, to make him, you know, panic or open his eyes like a deer in headlights. So this fight with Roach, I mean, it's Tank selling the fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody saying, hey, but you know it's boxing. I'm gonna give you 1,000. If Tank could get himself up to really fight this kid properly, he could really hurt him bad. But sometimes a good fighter, it's hard for him to get up for certain fights. And that's what I see in boxing a lot of time for many years. So I'm glad Roach is talking some mess to him, so maybe he'll put a little fire in him.
Robert Diaz noted that Gervonta "Tank" Davis is well aware of what's in front of him, especially given the history between him and Lamont Roach. He believes Davis respects Roach and vice versa, making it a fight built on mutual understanding. Diaz expects a strategic first half, with both fighters playing it smart, but as the fight progresses, it could turn into an intense battle. He anticipates that Davis's skill...
Now I see Tank is going to come in knowing what he has in front of him this time because they know each other. There's a history. Tank respects him. I really believe he respects him. And Lamont for sure does. So I think it'll be a very good strategic fight in the first half. And then it could turn into a real fight in the second half. If everything works out right, we're going to see outboxing of Tank.
However, in response to Lamont Roach's claim that he would knock him out, Gervonta "Tank" Davis fired back.
Fighter, it's gonna be great. Come watch the first. All that. And I seen what you said. Talking about if you knock me out, you gonna do this. All right now. I seen it. Better be ready, fam.
On the other hand, Lamont Roach emphasized that Gervonta "Tank" Davis's unbeaten streak adds extra excitement to their upcoming fight. He confidently stated that
for sure, it is going to be either Fight of the Year candidate or I'm going to beat the
Stephen A. Smith shared his thoughts on Lamont Roach's upcoming fight, saying he believes Roach is too small for Gervonta "Tank" Davis. He acknowledged Roach's skills but compared the situation to Frank Martin, who also had a strong record but struggled against Tank's size and power. Smith recalled the pre-fight press conference where Martin accidentally revealed that Tank had hurt him in sparring. He predicted that Tank would come at him aggressively.
Roach is too small. I think Roach is too small. And that's my issue. I'm not questioning the skill set or anything like that, but it was similar to Frank Martin. You know what I mean? This guy comes in there and you got 18 fights. And I remember watching that pre-fight press conference when he was annoying GervontaDavis so much and he cussed by accident. Excuse me. He cussed by accident. He was like, oh, you know, making this up. He hurt me in sparring and, you know, and I knew Gervonta was going to come for him. And sure enough, that's what he did. Walked right towards him from round one on.
Brian Norman shared his thoughts on Gervonta "Tank" Davis's career, pointing out that Tank has often been questioned about his choice of opponents. Norman specifically questioned why Tank is fighting Lamont Roach, a great fighter, but one who competes at 130 lbs. He noted that Tank had the option to fight other opponents, but instead chose to bring Roach up from a lower weight class. Norman wondered why Tank decided...
Tank, his whole career, what he been doing was, he always asked, why should I fight this guy? Why should I fight that guy? But then he go fight somebody else, and now I can ask a question on why did you fight him? For example, Lamont Roach, he a great fighter, but he had 130, I believe. Why you fighting him? Like, you could have fought Shakur, you could have fought anybody else, but you fought a guy from 130 and just brought him up and just say, yeah, he the one, he deserved a fight. Why? He didn't do anything. So I don't know what's up with
Gervonta Tank Davis's camp is renowned for its high intensity. Training under the guidance of Coach Calvin Ford, the focus is on sharpening Davis's skills, enhancing his knockout power, and maintaining peak fitness. Mental preparation and strategic planning are key components, ensuring Davis is fully ready to face any opponent in the ring. Veteran trainer Barry Hunter emphasized Tank's stature. Barry Hunter also stated that Tank doesn't want to lose, which will only build more and more anticipation for the fight.
One of the faces of boxing, along with Canelo Alvarez, it would be huge to knock one of them faces off that Mount Rushmore boxing.
On the other side, Lamont Roach's training camp focuses on refining his technique, stamina.
Losing. I know Tank hate losing. Lamont damn sure don't want to lose, so it's gonna make for a good fight, man.
Zab Judah expressed his strong support for Gervonta Tank Davis, calling him his guy. He praised Tank's left-handed style, explosive power, and overall boxing ability. Judah noted that Tank is currently in training camp, putting in the work to be fully prepared for the fight. He expects Tank to perform flawlessly and win impressively. Judah also mentioned
Tank is very talented, very skilled, and also very experienced at this point now. He's fought and seen pretty much every style there is, and his power is tremendous, where he has that knockout punching power, and he's got the confidence to do it, and you just see his demeanor. He's just confident. He knows he's gonna, go out there and execute, and so it's hard to go against Tank. Again, not to disrespect his opponent, Roach, but I think Tank is a beast, and he's been proving it every fight. He probably will win this fight as well. Again, it's hard to say and go against